Welcome to my channel. This is my opinion on another topic. That is actually in India, like that few people say that this should be a religion-based country, and the few people argue that no, it should be a secular country. So that debate is going on anyway. The arguments and the counter arguments are going on. But there is another big debate also is going on in India, that is capitalism versus socialism. Recently, even RSS General Secretary, he also said that socialist word also should be removed from constitution. From long time, debate on socialism and capitalism is also going on in India. The simple difference between socialism and capitalism is socialism is, see, in the socialistic approach, the government will have the control over all the companies, major industries and national resources, and as well as national assets and properties. But whereas the capitalistic approach is simply that hand over everything to the private people and just collect the taxes from them, is the capitalistic ideology. So now this debate is also going on. As per my opinion as a citizen of India, I always oppose privatization. For me, the reason why I oppose privatization is the welfare of the SC/ST BCs. Because in India, there are 80% of SC/ST BC population who are marginalized societies in India, where we don't find these differences in other countries like America and UK and where developed countries, they don't have these differentiations. So they don't need special care and few communities like caste oppression and all this there in other countries. But we have this caste oppression, caste-based discrimination, caste-based differentiations in India. So we need to address and take care of SC/ST BCs. So in this angle, I always oppose privatization. But moreover, in addition to this is also another problem. Why I generally oppose privatization is corporates and politicians join hands together. Their main motive will be earning money for their personal than their national interest. Generally, it happens if you go into the privatization side. Control over the entire national property will be in the few hands. Just in this context, we all know that the debate on construction of bridges, again, it came in light. Just a couple of days ago, Gambhira Bridge in Gujarat collapsed. And again, the discussion on the quality of construction of our bridges again came in light. People started discussing. I just wanted to show you few bridges which were constructed before the independence, and they're still running for 100 years, more than 100, 200 years, they're still running those bridges. And why the recently constructed bridges are, falling down, why those bridges are falling down, it's definitely a concern. Of course, the bridges which are going to show you, there are also some old bridges fell down. Because just for a comparison sake, I'm just showing you the previous bridges and now the present bridges collapsed. That doesn't mean that we did not construct qualitative bridges in India. Post-independence, we had constructed the cities, the major cities we had constructed. Like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi. There are many cities, the construction of the bridges, highways, national highways, flyovers, right, metros, metro projects. There are wonderful constructions were done in India. So there's no doubt, question on that. I'm only comparing on to old bridges and as well as recently fallen bridges, just for making you understand, to enlighten you on the concern of the quality of the constructions which we are doing right now. This is Atpula Bridge. This is 16th century bridge. Means, 16th century means it is constructed by Mughals. See how solid the bridges they constructed. And this is Behta Bridge, Lucknow, 1760. This is also Mughal leaders. Definitely it is constructed by Mughal leaders. And Behta Bridge, Lucknow, 1760. And how strong they constructed this bridge, we should understand. And look at this 1869 Chennai Napier Bridge. Of course, this bridge was repaired again, reconstructed, but the foundations will be the same, right? So the Napier Bridge, Chennai, 1869, it was constructed. Still solid rock foundation, they have made it. See, this is a Koivar Bridge, Patna, 1862. Of course, they made side by another bridge with 6 lanes or 7 lanes, but See, this is a bridge, Dofrang Bridge. This is in Varanasi, 1887. This bridge was constructed in 1887. And this is Golden Bridge, Gujarat, 1881 it was constructed. Good condition, Golden Bridge, Gujarat, 1881. And this is 1887, Jubilee Bridge, Kolkata. And this is Godavari Bridge in Andhra Pradesh. It was constructed in 1900 years, 1900, Rajahmundry. This is a solid rock bridge, still running railway bridge. And this is Pamban Bridge, Rameshwaram, 1914 it was constructed, Rameshwaram Pamban Bridge. It is a bridge from Rameshwaram to the mainland, it seems. And see, there is another bridge, Coronation Bridge, 1931, Siliguri. Just 4 years before independence, we got the Britishers constructed this Howrah Bridge, 1943, Kolkata. And we know that this is very famous in Kolkata. So these are all the bridges constructed before independence, and they're very strong and solid bridges. When they're running for 100 and 200 years. And why the bridges we are constructing, some bridges are under construction, it is falling down. Why they're falling down under construction? It's okay, someone constructed 1970s or 1980s, okay, after 30 years, 40 years fell down, that's okay. But how it is under construction falling down? Some bridges are just 1 year, 2 years later, they're falling down. The quality that matters, right? The quality of construction that matters. The corporate world, private world, contractors world, politicians, they collide with politicians, they do a lot of corruption, and the bridges are falling down. You see, what is the difference for a common man, a poor man, a common man, a common citizen? What's the difference for him? If he is looted by a Britisher, if he is looted by a Mughal, or if he is looted by a corporate Indian, what is the difference for a common man? Obviously, he is looted by someone, right? Maybe somewhere during Mughal times, Mughal people looted him. Britishers looted him and harassed him. The same poor man now it is looted by Indian corporates and Indian corporate system. For him, what is the difference? That's why I always oppose privatization. As I already said, because the welfare of SC, ST, BCs and their reservations will be at risk if you go for privatization. That is my main aim. But the second one is keeping all this in the mind that if the government cannot handle corporates perfectly, and it is better not to go for privatization. If you are aiming to go privatization, government should make very strict laws on the corporate people, not on the common man, not on the laborers. If few people died, it's a murder, right? If a contractor used cheaper material and under construction bridge collapsed and few people died, and that means it is a murder by a contractor, right? That's what I said. What's the difference that during colonial period they killed civilians, and now even now the terrorists are killing civilians, and now contractors are killing the civilians? That there's no much difference as far as my knowledge is concerned. We need to protect the civilians. First, ultimately, the aim of India should be protecting and safeguard of the civilians of India. A poorer section of the people, because majority of India consists of poorer section and the rural section and agricultural sector. So the safeguard of our Indians should be our primary aim, not the corporates, not the business people, as I believe. If you see inside, you see in 2016, Mumbai-Goa highway bridge collapsed, 22 people died, 2 buses went missing. Of course, this is a old British bridge, but why it fell down? And according to the news that the government authorities wrongly issued the certificate that this bridge is fit for traffic. Engineer failed to assess the capacity of the bridge. And once he issued the certificate that is fit for traffic, the traffic increased and it collapsed. That is called 2016 Vivekananda flyover Kolkata. Kolkata, it killed 26 people. A faulty design, cheap material used, and alleged corruption. About every bridge falling, and there is opposition ready to allege, right? The opposition alleged that it is corruption, faulty design, cheap material used, and these are all allegations. The 2018 Majorhat Bridge, it collapsed, 1 dead in Calcutta. Of course, poor maintenance. They said it is because of poor maintenance. See, there is another bridge collapsed in 2022. It is rightly in the Gujarat. 141 dead in Gujarat. The bridge had been under extensive repair and renovation, and they are repairing it and renovation, and then it collapsed, and it killed 141 people dead, and they arrested, of course, employees of the contract company. So the Gujarat government has arrested and engineers and all why it fell down and killed 141 people. And 2018 in Varanasi, the constituency of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and there is a bridge collapsed and 18 dead. Opposition leader Akhilesh Yadav said it is due to corruption. And 2019 Mumbai footwear bridge, 16 dead. Shiv Sena MP, but Shiv Sena MP said, I have written multiple letters to the government to repair this because it is about to fall. I have alerted the government and written multiple letters, but government did not listen to my letters and all. They did not care about my letters, and finally it collapsed. So one MP came out and publicly alleged that it is because of government failure. So, and there is another bridge in 2023, Mizoram Railway Bridge, 18 dead, Mizoram Railway Bridge. Here, it is not the bridge that fell down, it is this gantry collapse. Gantry collapse. So why the gantry collapse? The gantry is nothing but it is with solid iron rods they will prepare the gantry. And why the gantry collapse? 2024 bullet train bridge, Gujarat, it collapsed and 3 dead. Concrete blocks fell down. So it is not a bridge that fell down, it concrete blocks. The blocks fell down and 3 dead. There is another bridge in Maharashtra, Pune bridge collapsed. Indrayani River bridge, and it killed 4 people and 51 people injured. And of course, the latest bridge that collapsed is Gambhira Bridge in Gujarat just 2 days ago. The recent collapse is the Gambhira Bridge, and it became a news now for last 2 days. So ultimately, the government, what I mean to say is that, see, the governments may have arguments that going for privatization helps the country economically. But if you are unable to handle the corporates, if you are unable to handle the contractors and the private companies, but in the context of safety of public, it will damage us more than the economy. That's what I have to say. Thank you. Namaskar.